Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Okay. Check. There we go. Check. Okay. Okay. For some reason the thumbnail's not updating. Give me just a sec here. Where's the thumbnail? The YouTube thumbnail looks bad. We got to figure out what's going on. How's everybody doing today? Come on in. Tuck Mac, how you doing? Hey, congrats to Tuck Mac for joining as one of the first patrons on my new Patreon. Huge thank you to you, Tuck Mac, and thanks for always hanging out and being in the chat, being active on the exclusive Discord server. It means the world to me. And by the way, guys, I'll want to give... Oh, good. But we're good with the thumbnail, actually. Okay. By the way, guys, I wanted to say a huge thank you to... Hey, we got a few patrons. And Patreon is cool because it supports the podcast, the brand new podcast that we're launching, that I'm launching. We just had Edmund McMillan on. We've got some really cool guests coming up. They're scheduled to come on. I think it'll blow your minds, actually. The tier of guests we're getting. But look, guys, if you want to get your name in the podcast, and also the streams like you're getting right now, and I'm going to shout these patrons out in just a sec. If you want to hang out with me, and also, this is what's really cool. Sometimes podcast guests show up on the patron Discord server, which is really cool, and you can talk to them. One of them is actually, an upcoming guest is actually on the Discord right now, and he's ready to talk to you guys. So if you want to hang out with these top tier game developers on the private Discord server, check out the Patreon link below. Guys, this supports not only Twisted Tower's final stretch of development, which we're going to jump into in a sec, but it also supports the brand new podcast, which I really want to blow up. I really want to see it succeed and be the best game development podcast out there, top tier, premium podcast. So check out the link below. But yeah, huge thank you to the producers, Aru, James E. Henderson III, Bart, Manzer, and like I said, Tuck Mac. Thank you so much for supporting on Patreon. Link is below, guys, if you want to join on Patreon. I'm still working on these membership tiers, but I think these are pretty much set in stone. But I want to hear from you guys on Discord, so join and then hop on the private Discord server, and we'll create, this really sweet podcast and these live streams together. I can't wait to see you guys in the private Discord server. Okay, what am I doing? Oh my goodness, guys! Today we're gonna jump inside of Unity. And we're just going to work on Twisted Tower, man. It's been one of those years where I feel like I'm always managing a team, and I was talking to Jason. Jason's in the chat, by the way. Jason and I just got lunch, and we were just talking about how this year has been kind of busy and kind of exhausting, kind of tiring. And I feel very stretched thin. And I kind of just want to focus on making games more instead of doing so much YouTube stuff. But if I could just live stream making games, then hey, I'm making games, right? But I get to hang out with you guys as well, which is really cool. So we're going to open up Unity, and today we're going to work on something pretty cool, actually. What did you say? Hold on, I'm trying to... Oh, whoa. Why are we asleep here? Are we still live? Okay, we're still live. Sorry, my computer went to sleep. I'm trying to see. I got a new monitor here. It's a little small. I wonder if I can zoom in here. I'm trying to read the chat. This is becoming the Lex Friedman of video game podcasts. I hope so. Although, I'll be honest, I get bored. Lex Friedman bores me. No offense, Lex. He bores me. His podcasts are way too dry. Let me see here. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and jump inside of Unity here and take a look. I'm going to move my stream over here. There we go. That's better. Jason says I'm getting old man eyes. I actually noticed that the other day. I'm looking a little tired. Okay, so what we're going to do here, guys, we're actually going to work on something that's I think is going to be really interesting to you guys. What we're going to work on, I'm going to mute this really quick here. And something that I'm working on for the demo of this game, and we're working on a game called Twisted Tower. The demo should be dropping early next year. Are you able to show us more of the game now that you're solo? Well, Doug, I'm still published. I'm still published by 3D Realms. It's just I don't have a team anymore. It's just me. But let's go ahead and hit play here. But yeah, go ahead and ask questions away, guys, and we're just going to hang out and make this game. But yeah, what I really want to work on today is I have these interactable TVs, and these TVs are a really cheap way to create. It's kind of like cutscenes, and it's kind of like NPCs. It's like a mix between NPCs and cutscenes, and it's a quick way to create really engaging story. Right now, all we do is see Mr. Twister here, and he says, okay, it's been decades since we've seen a guest at the Twisted Tower theme park. To all my employees up and down the tower, please don your silly sound. Okay, so we need footage of the employees. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to capture a lot of different cool footage. So we're going to do footage of employees dancing. So we're going to see them dancing in the video footage, and we'll switch to that. And we're going to do this in Premiere and then bring it into Unity. Let's unpause it here. He says, to all my employees up and down the tower, please don your silliest outfits and ensure the park is functional. Let's give our new guest the playtime of his life. After all, at the Twist Tower, we always treat our guests with absolutely magical time. So then footage of the tower. And we can reuse this footage and show different clips on the TV during dialogue. My big concern, and this actually comes from honestly one of the best videos I've seen on YouTube about game dev, is from Gavin Eisenbeis. I think that's how you say his last name. He is a good friend of mine. I just never really figured out his last name. He has a channel called Ciencia Ludos. It's hard to spell and say, but it's about retention, and ensuring that you can have strong player retention for streamers. And so I'm worried about, I watched that video. It's an incredible video. It's all about virality. And I'm worried about the player just staring at this screen during dialogue sequences. So that's why we're going to try and change it. I mean, it's not perfect, but we're going to try and change the camera as much as we can. So let's go ahead and capture some footage of enemies dancing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to character screenshots. And we're going to see if we can capture some characters. All right, Walker. We have an object called Walker functionless. And it is, let's see here, this one right here. Okay, actually, let's go into floor 0. No, let's just go to floor 1. Oh! I think I already have footage of this, actually. Oh, and yeah, I wanted to say a huge thank you to... Hold on one sec here. I think I have footage of this, guys. Oh, crap. The folder is empty. Oh, what? Okay, I found it. Oh, good. We already have footage of this, guys. Now, the TV... I've got to scrub through our folder here. My hard drive recently went bad, and so things got all screwed up. Is it this one? Twisted Tower. Yes, we have this folder called In-Game Television Clips. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go back to where we were. There it is. We have all these cool things. Okay, so we have footage of characters waving. Awesome. So we can use this one. So when he says, to all my employees up and down the theme park, we could show these characters waving, okay? So let's go. Ooh, and we have the tower with fireworks as well, which is the next one we needed, which is tower fireworks. Okay, so we could take this footage. This is crazy. So the majority of our time here today is actually going to be, well, not the majority, but a good chunk of our time is going to be spent inside of Premiere. So a lot of what I found is if you have a skill set and you can incorporate it into game dev, you might as well give it a shot. So for me, it's video and editing and filmmaking. And so I could bring that into the game and put it on these TVs during dialogue sequences, which I think is going to be really, really cool. So let's open up our in-game television clips. We've got our links here. This is all of our output, I believe. Is it? Let's double check. Yeah, this is our output. So these are all my clips. So I don't know. I don't love that being called links because it's not links. These are actually output. So we're going to rename that folder output. And we're going to create a new folder called links. And all of these are our links, except for that. And then we'll just we're going to need to relink it. This will make sense, I promise, guys. So we have footage now of the tower fireworks. We have footage of, what are these clips here? I don't know. This is going to be our spiral. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and open up the Premiere folder or the file. And I think you guys are going to be pretty amazed by how this is going to help our game. It's something to think about for your game, right? A lot of people have a hard time coming up with story or incorporating story into their game, whether it's a 2D platform or a 3D game. And if you can, in this day and age, you can get away with pretty heavy download files. And so for me, I'm like, well, let's just do a bunch of cool video footage on the various TVs. And also cutscenes and stuff. We'll probably work on a cutscene tomorrow if we have time. Thank you, Sean. Sean says, congratulations on getting 400,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That means a lot. All right, guys. Zion says, oh man, I'm out of the loop. May I ask what happened that you no longer have a team? Well, firstly, I could say with confidence, the team, they pretty much finished up their work. I will say it would be nice to have anyone from the team still on the team. It was getting expensive. It was getting expensive getting everybody paid. I was paying, at one point I think I was paying 3 full-time team members and then some part-time team members. And it was getting expensive, and we had funding from 3D Realms. We're still published by 3D Realms, but our last milestone payment, 3D Realms had a very candid conversation with me, and they just said, we've got to cut the budget. So that last milestone budget payment, which was like 1 of 5 or 6, so it was like a fifth of the total budget, they had to cut. But it was cool because we got to renegotiate the terms, which actually was great because it was in my favor. But that said, it was at a time where I had to, or it resulted in me having to basically wrap up all of my contract workers' work. But, you know, fortunately, team members, everybody, I believe everybody's found work. And Felipe, I made sure he found work before I let his contract go. So he's working with another studio, actually. So I'm really, really happy about that. So let's go ahead and we have some footage here that we can create. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. And I'm going to call this employees waving. And look, guys, all I got to do is jump inside here. And I don't really need the spiral. All I need is the static. And I'm going to go to my links here. And all I got to do is drag in the characters waving. See? Look. And there they are. I'm going to drop down the saturation. Now I have full control. So I don't have to do anything in Unity, right? It's all just full control showing the characters. So I'm going to use this one here first. Actually, watch what's cool here is you could just show some of the characters waving at the player. And then we can do a little cut here and then show a close-up. So look, it just automatically fizzes, or not fizzes, shows static. And I could even do a close-up here. So see how much control I have in how I tell this story, and it's all just video, which I think is great. This is a great way to build suspense for the player. I'm going to actually start here with this one here. Jump to that. So, to all my employees up and down the tower, please don your silliest outfits and ensure the park is fully operational. Isn't that cool? So now I just got to export this and bring it into our project folder. I mean, it's that simple. And so one of the big things that I focused on in making this game was, it's frustrating. I'll be honest, it's frustrating. One of the things I did was the way we put together the system as a team is all of the scaffolding for the story is there. And I'll just say we had players, I won't say who, we had players in general that were like, story sucks, or the game doesn't feel full, or blah, 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 we're unhappy, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wait, let me build the scaffolding before I put the story in. And so now I'm putting the story in, and it's frustrating because the game is just so full of life now. And I wish those players had just been patient. Okay, let's go to our art. Cutscenes, actually, it's not the cutscenes, it's the TVs. Let's find out where the TVs are. So if we go to the TV on the exterior here, we need to find where these videos are stored in the Unity project. All right. Jason says, are they in the room with us now? Okay, let's see here. Well, okay. It's not the issue isn't players, okay? It's testers, people who were playing the game, who had a lot of influence, would play the demo, and they would say, we want more of this, we want more of that. And I'm sitting here going, the scaffolding is being built, and the scaffolding takes the longest time to build. But once you get the scaffolding in, then putting the story in is like, and building out the world and adding life to the world, which is what makes an immersive sim like this game so fun. That stuff's easy, and I'll show you how easy it is right now. It's so much easier to just, once the scaffolding's there. So I wish that there had been a little bit more patience. Okay, so our video clips here. Where are the video clips? Ugh. I don't know where they are. Hold on. I could just type it in here. Charlotte talking. There we go. Okay, so the video clips are stored in a folder called videos, other, and then videos. So let's export it into other and then videos. Here it is. Yay! Look at all these cool. See what I'm saying, guys? We have all these cool different videos we can show. So this is going to be our employees waving. All we got to do is what? Export it. You want to do pretty much, I guess that's kind of like 1080p, but in Unity you can crunch it down. Okay, so we've got our employees waving. Let's go ahead and duplicate this. And we're going to call this castle. And all I got to do is drag in footage from the castle. This is a cool piece of footage, actually. See? I could bring down the saturation, boost up the exposure and the contrast. To all my employees up and down the tower. Isn't that cool? We could zoom in even if we wanted to, punch in like this. But you have that static here, so it looks like it's sort of glitching out. right. And we'll do a little bit of a glitch here as well at the beginning. Honestly, we just need it to be this long. Pretty short. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys why this is so valuable. Give me just a sec here. So we're going to export this, and we're going to call this castle. Good. And these are going to get imported into Unity. There we go. And now all I've got to do is let's go to our first sequence where we talk to the television. And we're going to go to our television, go to our dialogue trigger, and we're going to go to our dialogue scriptable object, and we can just scroll through the dialogue here and add the footage. To all my employees, so we're going to type in employees and drag this in. Oh, nope, that's not it. Yep, there it is. Employees waving. Let's give our new guest the playtime of his life. After all, at the Twisted Tower. So now we're going to show the castle. There it is. At the Twisted Tower, we always treat our guests to an absolutely magical time. So we're going to hit save here. And I hope to God it actually saves. We're having trouble lately saving these scriptable objects. But let's hit play and take a look. Jason says, the vibes get so much better with every build. You know you've succeeded when I want to visit the tower knowing full well that I'll die. Thanks, Jason. And Jason got to play the demo. And I think the first demo he played, he was like, "Yay, you know, you need some work."
Do this, Tiny. This is your last chance.
All right, let's. You guys want to hear this? Let's see if it's fun.
This can't be. It's been decades since we had a guest enter the Twisted Tower theme park. To all my employees up and down the tower, please don your silliest outfits and ensure the park is fully operational. Let's give our new guest the playtime of his life. After all, at the Twisted Tower, we always treat our guests to an absolutely magical time.
Isn't that cool, guys? What do we think? Yes, that helps. No, it doesn't. Yes, that helps. No, it didn't really interest me. I'd love to know. All right, let's do the other one.
This should come in handy.
Game sounds a little low. Let me turn it up.
Patricia, hand me that. Let me look at the guest list.
Okay, so we need a guest list. So guys, we're gonna have to create this clip, sadly. So it's gonna require a little bit of work. We need a guest list with Tiny's face. And you know what? Why don't we just take a screenshot of it? That's fine. Guest list with Tiny's face. Okay, and it'll say like Tiny Martin, where he's from, blah blah blah. Okay, let's hear it out some more.
What's your name? Ah, yes.
Yep, it'll show right there.
Tiny Martin. What an interesting name. It says here you're from Jaywick in Essex. Yikes. So you don't come from money.
I think we should show Jaywick, or like a flyover of a junky city. No offense if you live in Jaywick, all right?
Not in the slightest.
Okay, so we got two things here. We need a guest list with Tiny's face. We're gonna do this quick, guys. Okay, we gotta get stuff done in this game. We don't have time to make it perfect. You guys know that I'm a big fan of getting things done. So I'm gonna see if we can. Do we have a? Okay, how are we gonna do this? I wonder if I could flip that upside down. I'm gonna copy this. Okay, by the way, I was telling Jason. I was telling Jason. I love Wicked. Has anybody seen Wicked? It's phenomenal. It's so good. Okay, let's get a table and then whoa, I went upside down. The song, that first song, No One Mourns the Wicked is just always going through my head all day. It is so good. Why do I keep flipping upside down? All right, let's find a table. Let's type in desk. Just throw a desk here. It's a phenomenal movie. All right. Here we go. Got a little desk here. We'll put some light on it. And then we'll just have a clipboard of some kind, or in this case, just a newspaper. And this newspaper, we can just swap out an image so that it shows Tiny Martin's face. It's really straightforward, you know? So we'll do this. Look at this. What we need to do is clear the bake. That's why we're not seeing some light on these objects. Well, that's the point, isn't it, Cybershell? I totally agree with you. It was a great movie, but the end had a little more to be desired. Yeah, they want us to watch the second one, which I actually don't mind. I don't mind that. Hey, they deserve to be cash grabbing a little bit. Let's be honest. They made a phenomenal film. That film will stick with me for the rest of my life. I'm not kidding. And I didn't even see the full thing. I saw like maybe 3/4 of it. And we were there so late, me and my wife, that we realized we had to go home because our kids were being babysat. Okay, this is a really dark desk, and I don't know why. But anyway, what we're going to do, we have this guest list here, okay? And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a new texture, and this is going to be used to take a screenshot, and then we'll just zoom in on the screenshot with grainy footage. Really straightforward, nothing crazy, okay? So I'm going to duplicate the newspaper here. This is going to be called Newspaper C Guest List. Yes, I understand it's not actually a newspaper. In fact, I think I'm just going to call this Guest List with Tiny's face. Wicked looks like a boring movie. Well, this is the thing, guys. I want you guys to guess. Let's guess. Does Thomas like recent Disney movies, or does he not like Disney movies? Say, yes, you like Disney movies, or no, you do not. Let's see what you guys think about Thomas. And we're going to have it show like this. Correct. I do not. I think Disney movies now are terrible. But let's be honest. Just because Disney makes bad movies, it doesn't mean that Wicked is bad by default. So you have to be honest with how you review movies. You can't just assume they suck because they're made by Disney. Tiny Martin, 23 years of age. Born Jaywick, Essex. Entrance fee free for raffle winner. There he is. So there's Tiny's name, and then we just need to get Tiny, an image of Tiny, and we already have one, thank God. So let's go ahead and grab one here. Yay, there he is. haven't seen it. I just saw the based on trailer and the same brain rot formula. Well, I it's not. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So let's grab this one here. It's so well done. It's so well done. And this is going to be like his picture, okay? So what we got to do is we're going to do a... It's almost like he's being spied on. I love this. Just watch the movie and then come to your conclusion. Don't come to a conclusion that's where you haven't seen a movie. Like I don't think that's fair. Don't come to a conclusion about something that you haven't seen. That's not good. That's just listening to people online. All right, so we're going to have a picture here. It'll sort of wrap around, which could be a bad thing. We'll see. I'm turning my head because I can't see it. This is a very, very cheap way to get this done. But yeah, you can see why I'm doing this here. That is really dark. Why is this so freaking dark? What? They're all dark. That's so weird. There we go. Let's swap it out with this one. There we go. Oh, Tater, are you kidding me? Barbie was incredible. Barbie is an incredible movie. Just purely objectively, it's phenomenal. I actually don't have opinions about movies based on what the messaging is. I don't care what the message is. I don't care. Even if it's political, I don't care. What I care about is it a good movie? That's all. Like, was it executed well and did it say something? Was it honest? Was it brave? Was it unique? Was it fresh? I don't care. I really don't care. That's just where my head is. All right, we'll add a little drop shadow here. We also need like kind of like a... I wonder if I can do this, how it will look. Yeah, we could probably get away with that. We'll zoom in actually. And hey, maybe we can put this here underneath it. Like I said, guys, we got a lot to do here, so we can't be perfect. Jason and I went and saw Oppenheimer together, and I had opinions about Oppenheimer. I think Oppenheimer is not that good. Sorry. I just don't. There's something about that movie that bugged me, and I don't know what it was. It just felt really, really pretentious. It felt like a Christopher Nolan orgasm. All of the Christopher Nolan tropes you can imagine were in that movie. Okay, let's get the Twisted Tower logo. I know that doesn't win me favor with you guys. Just telling you like it is, telling you what I think, telling you how I feel. Okay, that's good right there. 23 years of age, born Jaywick, Essex. Entrance fee, raffle winner. Good, good, good. And then we just need a Twisted Tower logo. Come on, Thomas, you got to get this done. Icy Goose says, LOL, Barbie good, Oppenheimer bad. Okay, time will tell. Time will tell. I actually think that Barbie was way more innovative than Oppenheimer. The problem is people, well, okay. The problem is some people, I'm not saying you, some people make opinions about things based on the title and the color and the IP and the director. That's not how you formulate opinions about things. You formulate opinions based on what the actual film was, and whether it was special and unique and how well it was executed. And I'm not saying you're not saying that. I'm just saying some people, they just say, oh, it's Christopher Nolan, so it's great. And it's just not. Okay, what am I doing? Here's the logo. Jason, am I pissing people off in the chat? That's it. That's it. Look. That's what we wanted. That's all we needed right here, guys. Okay, I'm going to take this, bring it into Photoshop, make it look a little bit better. That's it. Okay, take it into Photoshop. We're going to do a 1920 by 1920 image. You like the bunch of balloons video? Thank you. Look, guys, let me show you how cool I am. Watch. I'm just going to fix this. No one mourns the wicked. I am a huge fan of musicals, if it's not obvious. I love a good old musical. There's nothing better. For those of you who haven't seen Wicked, my recommendation is actually to go and listen to the soundtrack on repeat for a long time and then go see it, because you'll be able to sing along with the songs and you'll be able to understand better what they're saying, which is awesome, because it's how the story is told, you know? Yeah, it's really well done. Okay, I'm going to merge all this together, guys. And we're just going to crop it at a square, just like this. Do you see what I'm doing here, guys? We're just creating a very simple guest list. It's nothing crazy. And we'll probably need to zoom in a little bit more. But look, guys, all of these details that look bad, you're not going to see it in the final. So I'm going to go to our folder here for our in-game television clips, and these are our links here, and we're going to go to this is guest list. Let me see if I can bring this over here to my other screen so I can read this better. I wish I could. Oh, I can. I'm gonna make this camera over on this side so that I can read the chat right here. But I can make that screen bigger. What am I doing? Okay, give me a sec here, guys. One sec. I hate looking over here. Oh, it looks like we have some more Patreon supporters. Welcome, Mikey. Mikey, if you're in the chat, welcome. We have a new Patreon supporter. Amazing. Very cool. We've got some other ones as well. Who else? This is oh man, I wish I could say who it was. Okay, anyway, we got some new Patreon support. It means the world to me. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. Let me scale up this screen size here for my monitor on my left side. There we go. Ooh, now I can really read. Okay, good. All right, Back to the Future. Brush, I am here, my guy. Mikey, thank you so much for supporting on Patreon, dude. Can we all agree Zack Snyder's Netflix sci-fi movies were a little poo-poo? Yes, we can. I actually don't like Zack Snyder's films at all. Thomas, this is from Nick. Thomas, by the way, keep making these streams. I feel way better working on my game, which is Tartarus. Normally be much better. Thank you, man. Mikey says, love the podcast. Thanks, dude. All right, let's jump inside of Adobe Premiere here, guys, and you're gonna see why this works. What I'm doing here. So I'm just gonna duplicate this castle sequence, and I'm gonna call this guest list. See how when it comes to making games, indie games, the goal is to be as efficient as possible, while still keeping the story. Or whatever the core gimmick is, the goal is to lean heavily into that core gimmick. And so for me, it's the story. The story is everything with this game. Is that a risky move? Oh, it's very risky. Very risky. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. I'm going to reduce the static in this area so we can read it better when we're looking on the camera. Mask feather. No, that's Lumetri. Okay, don't do that, Thomas. Do this. Yeah, there we go. Do you guys see why I'm doing this? I just want a little bit of more visibility on the words so that the player will kind of look in and read it. You know? Let's invert it. And we're going to go to mask opacity. I wish we could feather it. Yeah, we'll probably just need to feather it more. There we go. Tiny Martin. Isn't that cool, guys? That's it. There's nothing crazy here. Okay, so let's go ahead and export that. This is our guest list. Yeah, we'll just export that into our videos. And then what else do we have? Jaywick. I do have some footage. Brad, thank you so much. Brad says, congrats on 400K subs. I have not, this is from Nick. I have not seen Barbie, and honestly, let's talk about it whenever I renew my cannabis license. That might actually help a lot. Let's see, we have a question here from Francisco. What are realistic expectations one should have about building an audience for making your game? If you're targeting game devs, they don't really wish list and convert to sales very well. If you're also, it takes a long time, maybe a year or two before you start to really feel like your audience is built. Look, guys, just being honest. It's so funny how we all accept that 4 years is how long it takes to get a degree. But when it comes to building a game or social media, everyone gets like bent out of shape. I'm not saying you're doing this, but people get bent out of shape when I say it's going to take you 4 years. It's like, what? It's like, well, it's one of the most complicated gigs. YouTube and games are two of the most complicated things you can do. I know that sounds cocky, but I don't know what else to tell you. It's really difficult to do. So, okay, some sort of apartment or city or something. Let's go to, first off, let's kill this. We don't need any of this crap. This newspaper, did I change? Is that, oh no. That's the wrong newspaper. Guest list with tiny material. Oh no, we're good there. Okay. So we'll delete that. Now let's go to the apartment or tiny home. I believe we can do like a screenshot of his house. I don't know. Might be cool. Do I want to save anything? I don't think I need to save anything. Yeah, no. It's all prefab stuff. Jaywick, a flyover of a junkie city. So we have a city here that we could show screenshots of. Yeah, there we go. This is great. This one I kind of feel like doing a camera move. We just need a good shot like this from Jaywick in Essex. Look at this. This is cool too. Guys, I'm just going to do a screenshot here. No one mourns the wicked! Grab this here. We're going to do this. We also need a clock tower in the distance. Some kind of like Big Ben clock tower, even though I know we're in a different city, but... All right, what do we got? Hey, Tom, such an honest questions. Do you enjoy the progress of making a game? I don't, honestly, but somehow I keep going. Nick, I do enjoy it. But everyone's different, you know? Here we go. This is fine. I mean, maybe we could do like a little smokestack here. Yeah, this city's an asset pack. For sure. No way in heck am I gonna have my 3D artist use. Let's see if I can cut this out. I'm gonna do this, by the way. There we go. And we'll just do smoke. Just trying to do this quick, guys. Yeah, I'm not, for stuff like this, where we're not even walking through the city, you can barely see it, and I don't even know if we're going to use this scene. I say me. I don't know if I'm going to use this scene, but we can at least use it here. Let's save this as city. And this is the benefit of having everything. I mean, this is the benefit of having everything in like fuzzy black and white. You can get away with a lot of crap. Reveal sequence in project, duplicate. We're going to call this Jaywick. Okay. Nick says, that's true. I do enjoy it, but man, it kicks my ass sometimes. Hopefully we all keep pursuing. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's incredibly exhausting and discouraging. There's a few people out there who have gotten discouraged because, I don't know, they got excited about making games and then it didn't pan out. And so they get mad and they say that it's not good to, I don't know, dream about it. It's like, well, you can dream and learn, but don't expect everything to just work out. It's very difficult. City, we're gonna drag this in. Look at this, guys. I'm telling you, this is gonna look great. So there's Jaywick, a sad, lonely town. Right? We can even zoom in. It'll look like it's actually moving. He's from Jaywick. The goal is to make the player look like they're from this ugly town. Now it's not perfect. We could do a lot more here, but oh, that looks a lot better. Maybe we can pan up. There we go, look. We'll just bring that here. We'll do a little bit of a vignette. Pretty depressing. That's all we got to do, guys. And let's see if this makes the story feel better, okay? That's Jaywick, good, export. And then we'll bring it into the dialogue object and we'll take a look, okay? 3D Printer Academy says, Unity, export, Mac. If only it was, well, actually it is that easy, but I'm worried that it won't be. it's like I know that if I export this for Mac, number one, you have to switch the project over to Mac. It's going to take this project like 3 hours to switch it over. A lot of assets won't properly re-import, et cetera, et cetera. It's just, how about no? The answer is no, 3D Printer Academy. There's only so much I can do here. Oh, man. Oh, cool. Mikey's on the Discord server right now. He's talking to the creator of Kingdom New Lands, which is going to be our next podcast guest. So it's cool. It's cool seeing people able to talk to the upcoming podcast guests. I had the idea last week. Wouldn't it be cool if people could jump on the private like Patreon Discord server and talk to guests? And I thought it might offend guests, but Thomas, he's the creator of Noe Games, NOIO. He made a game called Kingdom New Lands. He's on the Discord server right now, which is really cool. And it's cool to see Mikey. And also, hold on, let me turn off streamer mode really quick. Who else? Tuckmac. Tuckmac's on there as well. Talking to Thomas. Oh, that's cool. Okay, anyway. What am I doing? Oh, let's go to our TV here. There it is. Hello. And guys, we're just going to make this one throw in those two visuals, right? Remember, we had the guest list with Tiny's face, and then we have Jaywick. So it's the city. And so we can jump into our dialogue trigger here. Go to our dialogue runner. And we have our footage here. Let me take a look at the guest list. What's your name? And then you see the guest list. There it is. So you don't come from money, not in the slightest. And then this is going to be the city. No, it's going to be called Jaywick. Ian says, congrats on 400K. Thank you so much. That means the world to me that you would say such a thing. And I actually have been working towards this all year. It makes me feel better about myself. I'm finally happy with who I am. I have no insecurity now that things are going well for me and I have 400,000 subscribers. Life is perfect. I have no insecurity. Obviously, I'm joking. There's really never a point where, and obviously I only have 400,000. I don't have like 1 million, but there's never been a point where I'm like suddenly happy with who I am. I'm always feeling like well, I'll be honest, I always feel like I suck. I'm not looking for sympathy either. Just letting you know. Okay, let's take a look and see if this feels good, guys. Ready?
Patricia, hand me that. Let me look at the guest list. What's your name? Ah, yes. Tiny Martin. What?
We need to have that zoom out a little bit.
It says here you're from Jaywick in Essex. Yikes. So you don't come from money? Not in the slightest.
All right. Yeah, it's fine. I think we need to fix that. It was a little too close. So let's zoom out a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is fade out the edges. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's go into Photoshop here and go to our guest list. And we're just going to... Whoa, Thomas, what are you doing, buddy? Let's see here. There we go. What I'm going to do, y'all, is fade out the edges perfectly here so that we can just zoom in and out and it looks fine. I do want Tiny's face here to be a little bit more clear. Yeah, let's make it look grosser and dirtier. The town. Thomas, you are perfect and amazing. Except for the Mac version. Well, crap, 3D printer. I thought I had arrived. Joe is being insulting and mean. Joe, let's all gang up on Joe. Joe says the city smoke doesn't look that good. I'm kidding, by the way. Don't do that. Okay. Well, you know what's funny, Osman? Osman says the dialogues are funny. I had people play the game and they were like, the dialogue is so cringe. And I was sitting there going, well, that's how I write dialogue. I don't know what else to tell you. So it's just how I do things. I don't know. If people don't like it, they don't like it. Granted, I say that with such casual confidence, but the truth is it wrecked me for weeks. Like, wow, I guess I suck at writing. So let's make this zoom in. Are you ready? So it's going to be like this. Let's do this, and then he'll rotate like that. A little, and also, Gavin, the creator of Choo Choo Charles, Cuckoo Carls, that's a cool name. He said that when things are static on screen and there's no movement, people think that the video is frozen. Did he say that? I think he said that. And then it cuts and just zooms in again. See, it's just, that's why the static cut is so valuable here, because it can make it look like it's constantly looping. And in fact, something I could do is just zoom in on Tiny's face. I could do this. I could remove all of this crap here. And again, this is one of the benefits of having, I need to go to streamer mode. How do I go to streamer mode? Hold on one sec. Discord is being crazy here. Oh, we have a new patron who's just showed up in the Discord. Mike Jemmy. Welcome, Mike Jemmy. Mike, are you in the chat, bud? Come on in, come on in. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we'll zoom in. I'm getting It's a Wonderful Life vibes here. Doesn't that look? How many of you have seen It's a Wonderful Life? Do you remember? What's his name? His name is one sec. Name of character in George Bailey Young. Guys, look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. Am I crazy here? Look at this. Hold on. I know you can't see the screen. One sec. I don't know. I think it looks just like him. Hold on one sec. So here's George Bailey. And then here's Tiny Martin. Nick says, dude, writing dialogue, especially nowadays, is hard to please everyone. When I found out that Pulp Fiction's dialogue doesn't fit everyone on the internet, perfection strays further. You know, that's the truth is standing out means you're going to get people who don't like what you do. I mean, but you have to stand out if you want to make some money. I mean, that is the rule. So. All right. So let's see here. Here's Tiny Martin. Just like that, and then we'll cut and zoom in to his face and do another zoom out. In a way, kind of, guys, we're like editing a little bit like mini cutscene, you know? That's kind of how I see this. And we need that. This game needs it desperately, actually. It is very hard to tell stories. I don't know why it's hard for me to tell stories with first-person shooters. It just is. It's tough. It's a little fast, so we'll slow it down, and then he'll cut out here. So, Tiny Martin. Yeah, we need that to last a little longer here. Hold on. There we go. Pit was cool to I think cringe is just not feedback. That's from Brian. That's funny. Thomas, how do you manage multiple projects? Any tips for productivity scheduling in managing your YouTube course, your YouTube channel, game dev marketing? I don't have advice for you because I've done a terrible job this year. If I'm completely honest, guys, I was just talking to Jason, if Jason's still in the chat. I was just talking to Jason at lunch how miserable I've been, and it's my fault. I don't know what to say. It's my fault. And 2025, I plan on changing that. And I'm laying the groundwork here for that. Okay, let's go ahead and make this updated here. Where's the guest list? There it is. Let's export this and let's see how it looks. Jaywick, one of you said, oh. One of you said that Jaywick looked bad, so we're going to see if we can make Jaywick look a little bit better. So let's go ahead and just merge all this together. And I'm going to go ahead and do a hue saturation shift and just make it look pretty here. Storm clouds, I'm going to go to a website really quick and grab some stock footage that I licensed. Okay, we're going to type in smoke or storm clouds. We want that image of Jaywick to look obviously awful, just terrible. Like, wow, this guy's life really, really sucks. Okay, that's what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these images. And Thomas, do you use AI art in your games? Heck no, are you kidding me? No way. Granted, let's see if this, that's the problem, isn't it? Stock footage is all AI now. Okay, good. This footage is this video is not AI. I'm doing my very best and to not include any sort of assets that are AI. But anyway, give me just a sec, guys. Okay, and then we're just going to do this. Just fade it out, and then I'll make it black and white. Okay, guys? See? There's Jaywick. Merge all that together. And then we're going to blur the top. And fade out the bottom. Thomas, use your brain. There we go. There's Jaywick. Do I have any overlays of rain I can use? Do I have a video license? Hold on. Goodness knows no one mourns the wicked, 'cause goodness knows the wicked die alone. Okay, hang on. We're going to get some rain and fog. Hey, that's a little dark. No, okay, hold on one sec, guys. There we go. Eric says, I remember seeing you generate AR. I know you didn't say it like that, but that's how I read it. I remember seeing you generate AR. What changed your mind about using it for development? I don't know. I just woke up one morning and decided I hated it. I'm serious. I was just done. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and jump inside of Premiere here. There's Jaywick. Let's save it. Much better. But obviously, we want to fix that correction here. Nope. Hang on. It's too bright. There we go. Nice and gross. Reduce the contrast here. Shrink the size. And then we'll add some rain and fog. Isn't that depressing, guys? It's like a factory town. So where's the rain? Shut your mouth, Troxy. Can you give me a second? Whew. I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm joking. I'm joking. Smoke overlay. Hi Hoot is sucking up to me and says 400,000 congratulations, Thomas. This one's probably good, but I can't see the... What is happening? That's... How you say my name? Bruh, I'm out. Bye. Joe says Thomas is mean today. I think I'm just learning to be myself. Okay, for some reason, Vecteezy is not working. There we go. Y'all want me to spend all my time on this single clip, and I'm realizing this is why this game has taken so long. It's not my fault. It's your fault. Jason, shut your mouth. All right, let's throw in some rain here. One sec. Man, Vecteezy is really being slow today. One sec. Give me a sec. I gotta move some files around. Okay, we got some rain here. The fog is downloading and it's taking forever, and it's your fault. Yeah, Icy Goose says only 400,000. That's like 600,000 less than 1 million. Yeah, I know. You're right. You're right. Oh man. All right, we have a new patron. Welcome to... Oh my goodness! Shut-Eyed Bandit. Can we all give a round of applause to Shut-Eyed Bandit for joining and supporting on Patreon, supporting the podcast, and joining the Discord server. It means the world to me that you would support me in 2025 as I try and build up this podcast. It means the world. Thank you so much. Okay, so this freaking fog won't download, and I don't know why. But let's go ahead and bring the rain in. You guys ready? Set it to multiply. I'm sorry, set it to screen. Look at this. I told you guys to just wait and be patient. Contrast. There we go. Warm it up. Drop down the saturation. Look at this, guys. Jaywick. Ugh, you grew up at Jaywick? Ugh. And then we'll just add some fog. Let's slow it down. Makes it feel older. I don't know. Why is it taking so long to download the freaking fog? It's not worth it. Okay, let's move forward. Stick Guy says, just joined. Congrats, Thomas. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, guys. Jason says, this is so over-engineered. Can we all tell Jason how horrible he is? That looks great. Honestly. Y'all ready to export this? Is Photoshop my game engine? Yeah. Ooh, thunder and lightning and a tornado to really show how crummy it is to live there. All right, guys, let's take a look at how this feels. Ready? I think that's everything, but let's go ahead and hit play and see how this looks. I'm messing with you guys. Jason is one of my best friends. I'm just joking.
Patricia, hand me that. Let me look at the guest list. What's your name? Ah, yes. Tiny Martin. What an interesting name. It says here you're from Jaywick. don't come from money. Not in the slightest.
I love that. Let's see the other one.
This should come in handy.
This can't be. It's been decades since we had a guest enter the Twisted Tower theme park. To all my employees up and down the tower, please don your silliest outfits and ensure the park is fully operational. Let's give our new guest the playtime of his life. After all, at the Twisted Tower, we always treat our guests to an absolutely magical time.
Awesome. You know what I think? I think it'd be really cool to, when he says, the thing about playtime, I wonder if it'd be really cool to show, like, the traps. So, let's see if we can show some of the traps, maybe? I don't know if I want to spend time doing that. It's nice foreshadowing for the game because you want the player to see what they're about to get themselves into. But let's not get too crazy here. Let's go into the next floor and look at the I could go for a Zin right now. Look at the next TV. Did you do the voice acting for this? What? No, I hired voice actors. Goodness knows the wicked blah 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 blah, and goodness knows. Sorry, I'm just on the Discord server right now. The private Patreons. I was really nervous about starting this Patreon thing, but it seems like people are enjoying it. Sweet. Makes me happy. Thanks for the support, guys. It means the world. Seriously. What am I doing? Okay, let's go ahead and enter this floor here. And there's a whole other dialogue sequence we need to look at that we can add more footage for. Are we going to add footage for every single dialogue sequence? No, but I think at the beginning it's very, very important that we do that. I'm going to look down because I don't want you guys to see too much of the demo.
What the hell happened here?
Fact. I can't show you guys this. Hold on. So you think I should do it, Cyber? Crap. Okay, we'll show traps. And let's look at the other. One second. I'm almost there. Hold on. Okay, I can show you this.
Sure you are aware this tower is massive.
So, show traps, show halls, previews of various floors. Okay. And sadly, when I record this, I'm going to have to wait until I'm in Premiere for you guys to see it because I don't want you to see everything. Show halls, previews of various floors.
From the silly halls to the magical attractions scattered up and down the tower, you're sure to squeal for more as you climb.
Roller coasters, and I'll just show roller coaster footage, like first person footage. And I kind of want footage of like people, like a crowd. I wonder if I could find old public domain crowds at like a festival or something. Are you using some sort of control board to switch and resize the windows? No, I'm using my mouse.
Just like the millions.
Okay, we definitely need crowds. Oh, this is going to be hard. We're going to have to find public domain footage of crowds.
Guests who once circulated these great halls. Of course, all of them stopped coming after the slew of...
Okay, dead bodies. Next to roller coasters that are broken. Or on a roller coaster. That would be hilarious. Yeah, World's Fair photo might work. Old Seattle World's Fair. That's great. Let's take a look. This is really helpful, honestly, guys. Thank you so much.
mishaps. But, you know, my biggest flaw has always been loyalty to my work. I didn't spend 50 years of my life creating some of the most innovative cartoons and...
I think it'd be great to see those cartoons. This is tough, but it's very important to show all this. Footage of, I would say, portraits, footage of portraits, down halls, of films, some like movie posters. I do think it might be cool to do like public domain, for now at least, cartoons. I think that would be really helpful.
films just to let a handful of lawsuits get in the way.
Okay, this is a lot, guys. Crap. Okay, so let's start with the traps. All right. The traps. We could just put some here, and we'll just sort of zoom at the various traps. Right here might work, actually. We'll do trap with spikes. What is... Oh, crap. Hold on. We're going to have to find this. We have a grinder. We'll put this here. And we'll have the camera do this. We can delete some of this stuff. This, move that up here. But then, believe it or not, what we want to do is actually take this light and give us more clarity here. And move it down. And now we'll just sort of move the camera down this in play mode. We'll remove this mesh. There we go. There we go. We'll put the camera right here. Okay. We're going to go to our screen grab camera. Bring it right here. Good. And I believe let's see which one it's choosing. Dancing scene, circling around characters. All right, so what we're going to do here, guys, this is really straightforward. What we're going to do is put this here. And just position it here. And then go down to here. Seems like 4 seconds. And we're not going to do any easing. It's going to be flat. Or there we go. Ready? All right, let's take a look here. Okay. We're going to remove the canvas. And we're going to go to our recorder. Now we're going to make sure that this records into the links folder. And we just hit record. Hey guys, Gavin's in the chat. Let's say hello to Gavin. All right, so we got that recording. Now let's go into Premiere. And we're gonna go ahead and just create our first little clip of grinders. Honestly, I kind of want to do like one clip that shows the grinders and then axes. So let's go to Unity here. And we're gonna go, maybe we could do one here. This might work. No, right here. Yeah. Look. Okay, so we've got the hazard grinder. And we're going to go to our, yes. Wait, hang on. Yes, here we go. All right, so we got this guy, and we're just gonna have our camera go through it. So he's like, from the silly halls to the wonderful attractions up and down the tower, we see this. It's like, what the heck is wrong with you, dude? We're gonna clear the bake. We're trying to put some highlights on the, Yep, there we go. Let's go to our screen grab camera. And like I said, guys, we're gonna, all you gotta do is Control-Shift-F to here. And we'll make a little sort of horrifying sequence here. Something like this. And then it'll go around like this so you can see the blood. We'll face it up a little bit, okay? And it's not gonna be perfect, but do I care? No, I don't care. Why would I care? I kind of want it to look like this, though. I'd rather it just go straight down, kind of like Shining style. Don't be too clever, Thomas. Yeah, something like this. It'll go through it. All right, let's enter play mode. You guys ready? Ergo says the bodies float above the... I don't care. Okay, let's go. I'm just kidding. We could try and fix that. Hang on. Let's at least see how it looks here. Okay, I'll move the bodies down a little bit. And then we should be good to go, honestly. Ready, guys? We're gonna enter play mode. And we're gonna go to what just disabled, turn it on. And then I'm going to enter record mode. Actually, let's get rid of that grapple hook. There we go. Let's get rid of the canvas as well. Sorry I keep sniffing, guys. Let's get one more because it cut through the camera. Did it again. Hang on. Oh, no. We're going to get the perfect one, promise. Why? Come on. Oh, that was almost there. I see what's happening here. It'll go right in front of the camera. There we go. Go in the front of the camera. Come on. There we go. Awesome. All right, we got our footage. Now we just duplicate this. We're going to do traps. And it's just going to be a couple traps. That's all. Curious if Twisted Tower started as URP or basic render pipeline. And if you upgraded, what reasons? The main reason was lighting. We can do more lighting with URP. It's specifically with forward plus rendering. Just dropped in, is this for a cutscene? This is from Swa Music. Yes, it's kind of cutscenes. We're doing like TV footage, so when you walk into the game, you can interact with TVs and see different footage. And I get more world building. It's a cheap way to do world building, honestly. But it works. It works really well. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring in these new traps. I just need that one footage here. Where am I? Sorry, one sec, guys. Okay, here we go. So all these videos here. So this is going to be called barrel spike traps. And then this one is, whoops. I actually don't know what this one is. Hang on. That one doesn't exist. Am I still recording in Streamlabs? Or in Unity? No, I'm not. Okay. Okay, and this is our spinner trap. All right, guys. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to put this here. Just scale it like this. And we'll get one right here. To the silly... Hang on. He says... From the silly halls, from the silly halls to the magical attractions scattered. Okay, yep. And we'll show roller coasters and stuff so it doesn't only feel like it's just traps, right? All right. And then the barrels. Just like this. There we go. We want to give the player a sense of... kind of fear and dread about what's about to come. We'll exposure up, saturation down. Exposure up, saturation down. Contrast, let's crank it up. And we're going to zoom in here. There we go. That's a little much, isn't it, guys? Goodness knows. No one mourns the wicked. Yeah, I love that. Brilliant. Those are our traps. You guys want to export this as traps? Yes, please. This is from Swa Music. Super cool. Love the world in TV stuff. Loved how Remedy did those back in. Did Remedy do that? Nothing's new under the sun. If you were to assign a percent for completion, where would you say you are? Probably like 90%. Yeah. All right, guys, let's see here. Where are we? Where's Thomas? What's he doing? Okay, I've got the trap sequence. We also need Seattle World's Fair. I don't know, guys. Is there any sort of public domain Seattle World's Fair footage? Public domain footage from stock, Adobe stock. I doubt this is going to be actually. You never know what the actual license is here. You got to be so careful. You just never know. Oh gosh. Hey, I know you guys can't see. Hang on. These government websites are horrible. Let's search crowd. And I don't think we can search video. Hang on one second. Media type is movies. Oh my goodness. We got one. That's great. I think this can work, guys. From the millions of guests who once circulated these great halls. What else we got? It doesn't even have to be old, you know. It could just be a line of people in like indoors. What's this one? This is a long video. 12 minutes long. This is a good one. Yeah, we could definitely look for public domain photos for sure. Let me just, with also like a kid eating cotton candy, you know, something like that. That would be really cool. An elephant. I'm not messing with Disney. Are you kidding me, Daniel? Let's type in roller coaster. Ooh, we have spinny things. This might work too. Just really vague footage is all we need. Cartoon. All right, let's see here. How about smiling child? And I bet we can change the date published. Oh, Ferris wheel? Yeah, we already have one of those that we'll probably take footage of in the game. Date archived. Child. What is going on? Come on. All right, well, let's go ahead and download this one. Oh, there's kissing. This is fun. Oh my goodness, it's just so slow. This is 1913. Okay. Let's grab the MPEG 4. Why is it so slow? This is wild. There we go. Download that. This is great. This is what we needed. Child. Let's see here. Yeah, that's all we've got, and I'm not too worried actually. It would be nice to get like one kid eating like cotton candy or something. Maybe like a carnival. It's loading like it's from 1913, that's right. What is that? Oh, look. Got a cool like carnival here. When's this from? This looks like the 80s. It's an hour long. All right, we're good. We've got what we need. So this is a crowd, and this is a roller coaster. We're going to make these look really blurry and awful. You're awful, Murray. Duplicate. Smiling. Or crowds. So we'll just throw in the crowd here. Lots of footage here. This is great. Scale her up. Good. That's what we needed, guys. And you want it to be kind of difficult to see. You just want your brain to fill in the gaps. Your brain will go, oh, I guess they're in the tower. We'll throw in one of these roller coasters as well. Oh, look, smiling people. That's great. That's exactly what we needed. From the silly halls to the magical attractions scattered up and down the tower. Scale this up. That's great. Fortunately, we have roller coasters in this game, so this works perfectly. Show another crowd here, and then export this. We have static here. Good. This is a pretty long one here, so let's only include what we need. Good. Roller coaster here. Another crowd. Maybe a roller coaster there as well. Good. That's all we need, guys. I don't think we need anything else. Let's see. We're going to darken this one because it looks too realistic. Crank up the contrast. Same here. You don't want the player to be too obvious, although it's okay. I think players will accept it. But that's great, guys. Okay, let's take a look and see if this is good. So this is the crowds footage. It's just people. We want there to feel like there's a sense of life in this place. Look, I really do think the player will fill in the gaps. It'll be so simple. They'll just be playing the game. They'll be looking at this beautiful theme park tower, and then they'll see footage of people smiling and laughing, and they'll say, "Oh, that's the history of this place." I think it's pretty straightforward. Roller coaster FPS footage. We already got that. Show halls of various floors. Dead bodies next to a roller coaster that are broken on the roller coaster. Traps. We got that. So let's go to a... Let's actually see how this looks so far. Okay? I'm going to go back in time. Till we've basically done nothing. All the way to the very beginning here. Let's go to the TV here. Okie dokie, guys. So what we're going to do is go to our dialogue trigger here. I love being able to look at these scriptable objects because we can see each line and then throw in a clip per line. Tiny, I'm sure you're aware this tower is massive. Hey, let's just go ahead and throw in the castle footage again. Might as well. So throw in the castle there. From the silly halls to the magical attractions, scattered up and down the tower. So this is going to be the traps. Wait. My biggest flaw has always been loyalty to my work, and that's where we're going to show the traps. I think that's really funny. There's some contrast there, irony. I don't know what the word is. I think that'll be funny. He says something about you show just deathly traps, and that is synonymous with loyalty. That's really funny. Just like the millions of guests, so this is going to be the crowds. Just like the millions of guests who circulated these great halls. Oh. Of course, all of them stopped coming after the slew of mishaps. This one's going to be... Okay, we need footage of halls. And massive. Okay, save that. Let's go ahead and take a look and just see how this feels. It could be awful. It could not be. We'll see. Yeah, I agree. Cyber Shell. I should flash a scary image of Tiny's grandmother. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to enter play mode here. Goodness knows the wicked da 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 da. How do I turn on streamer mode? Discord. I quite recall. All right, anyway, let's go to the TV. Ready, guys? With the music playing, it just feels so good.
Hi. As I'm sure you are aware, this tower is massive. From the silly halls to the magical attractions scattered up and down the tower. You're sure to squeeze.
We'll flip those.
More as you climb. Just like the millions of guests who once circulated these great halls. Of course, all of them stopped coming after the slew of mishaps. But, you know, my biggest flaw has always been loyalty to my work. I didn't spend 50 years of my life creating some of the most innovative cartoons.
It's not working
films
perfectly.
just to let a
I think it's
handful of
okay.
lawsuits get in the way.
Let's see here. Oh. Let's try one more time. Something felt wrong. I'm not sure what it was. I think we need to flip the two. So, yeah, we'll flip the two. So, him talking, we should see his face when he starts talking, and then we should show the tower. So, let's see here. One sec here. Let's take a look. Townies, I'm sure you're aware this tower is massive. So, that's not going to be the castle. From the silly hall, so this is where the castle comes in. From the silly halls to the magical attractions scattered up the tower, you're sure to squeal for more as you climb. Of course, all of them stop coming, just like the millions of guests. So we show the millions of guests. Of course, all of them stop coming after the slew of mishaps. And maybe that's good to show the traps. But you know, my blah, 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 blah. Loyalty to my work. I did spend 50 years of my life creating some of the most innovative. So this is where we need to show the cartoons. And I guess we could probably just show, honestly, we could show the employees waving here. I think that might be okay. You guys want to try that? Yeah, I think the traps, it's better for the lawsuits. I really feel like this actually solves a huge problem with the game. I think it really builds the world. I've always said that one of my favorite things about books is books force you to imagine what the world looks like. And I would rather the player imagine the past. You know, imagine what this place used to look like. I think that's really cool. So, anyway.
As I'm sure you are aware, this tower is massive. From the silly halls to the magical attractions scattered up and down the tower, you're sure to squeal for more as you climb. Just like the millions of guests who once circulated these great halls. Of course, all of them stopped coming after the slew of mishaps. But, you know, my biggest flaw has always
I think I'm going to show a dead body first,
to my work.
or like an empty hall,
I didn't spend
and then
50
cut to
years
the
of my
traps.
life creating some of the most innovative cartoons and films just to let a handful of lawsuits get in the way.
I think it's fine. I think it's enough. I think we're good, guys. Show halls, previous flags. Don't need to do that. All right. Slew of mishaps with a police and ambulance. I don't know if I could find that. We could take a look at least. Yeah, that's a good idea though. So let's go ahead and search Cracker Jacks. We're going to need to go back to the video here. All video. And then we're going to search for police. Ooh, I don't know, guys. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Well. Okay, well, anyway, guys, I wanted to say thank you to the patrons really quick. Thank you so much for joining Aru, James E. Anderson, Bart Hamzer, and Tuckmac. And it's really fun hanging out with you on the Discord server. I'm excited to get to know you guys. Also, if you're interested... Oh, by the way, I want to say thank you to Mikey for joining. Welcome, Mikey. Mike Jemmy. Shut-Eye Bandit. Welcome. Welcome to Patreon. It means the world to me. Guys, if you want to check out the Patreon and support the development of Twisted Tower, but also support the podcast as I continue to try and grow it, that would be awesome. Check it out below. You'll get your name in the podcast and also streams. You'll also be able to hang out with me and the podcast guests if they're willing. Currently, we have Thomas. Thomas, he goes by Noah. I believe that's how you say it. But he's hanging out currently on the Discord, Noe Games, and he's the creator of Kingdom New Lands. So he's currently on the server. So yeah, if the podcast guests are willing, they hang out on the server, which is really, really cool. So check it out below. I will see you guys later.